Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Sagittarius, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance, Sag. I hope that you're doing well. I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. First one, the Wild Unknown Alchemy Oracle deck for the overall energy, and for the tarot reading, the Tarot of the Abyss. So cards have been pre-shuffled. For Sagittarius, please. Overall energy for Sagittarius, please. Whoa. Sag. Very nice, very nice. The Sun, number one in the major arcana. I am compelled, Spirit. I wasn't going to do this, but Spirit told me to. There was a card that flipped out like haphazardly on the bottom, and it was the Void. And actually now I'm glad that Spirit made me show. This was the one that flipped out first. This one was the one that flipped out second. And I only usually take one, and I've taken one for everyone else. But Spirit wanted me to take both because they're so different, aren't they? The Sun being this ultimate life-giving energy to us, that it represents power, clarity, abundance, just warmth, illumination, and the Void is absolutely absent of all of those elements. And so there's just such a, it's like you would think that they would negate one another, but I don't see that happening for you here, Sag. I think the expression that's been kind of circulating around my consciousness and some of my friends, like we've just been talking about this concept, which is both can be true. It's a very Gemini aspect. It's both can be feasible, both can exist, both can be true. And perhaps that is kind of the attitude that you've been carrying around with you lately. That just because people know me as a traveler doesn't mean I don't want to stay home and be a homebody. But it goes beyond that. It's not just like polarities. It's more profound than that. It's more spiritual than that. The concern is more spiritual. It's almost like saying, I don't know. I'm here. It's like somebody saying, I can like know God's love and I can reject it at the same time, even though I know it. You know, it's like a big, I'm not saying that. It's just like a big statement. Some Sag is making to themselves, perhaps. Like you're making these very, very big statements about consciousness, spirit, the universe, your place in it, things that you value, things that you care about. And somehow for you, both can be true. I see here this in the middle of the palm. I think it's supposed to represent gold. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to read in the book at the end. But it's this like sense of treasure in the palm of your hand. But with this card, like the ether, right? This starkness, this silence, but in that void, the void itself is something, right? Like the idea, Spirit's showing me ones and zeros. Even though 0 is 0, 0 still has a value. 0 still has a place. 0 has a function that is tremendously powerful. And there's something to that. It's almost like the void space. In the void space, there is so much clarity for you. In certain aspects of your life, what was unsaid was even more clear than what was said, right? I hope that I'm kind of communicating this. What was omitted from a situation was just as powerful as what was present in a situation. Okay, so let's get to the tarot. I'm going to pull 3 cards to start with. There's no particular spread. It's just going to be the message that you need to hear at the time that you're watching this. Thank you, Spirit. 3 cards came out. Pretty big energies. First card is number 8, the Strength card. Major Arcana, representing Leo energy, your sister fire sign. The Strength card talks, look at the gravitas in these stares. Just looking directly at the viewer. Looking at something head on. Understanding. There's like a truth behind the eyes. The Strength card represents a mastery of the ego, the egoic self. This sense of recognizing the ego's capacity to protect us, while also recognizing the ego's capacity to cause us to live in fear, doubt, and hesitation. So in the Strength card, it's all about taming the beast within, right? Being friends with those powerful energies that have the ability to decimate us. Have you ever been so overrun with fear and doubt that you didn't do something that you should have done? Do you know somebody who didn't pursue their dreams or their, natural talents because others forced them or convinced them that they weren't worthy, or that they didn't have what it took, or, just caused them to doubt themselves, right? That our egos are so fragile and we're so connected to our identities that it can become difficult for us to step into a space of oneness with not only each other, but also spirit. Because to step into that space with spirit, it's like stepping from the light into the darkness, stepping into the unknown. The vastness, the void is vast, just like outer space. There's so much empty space in outer space. And yet because there's so much of it, it kind of overrides everything else. So there's absence and presence at the same time. The next card up is the King of Cups in the reverse. King of Cups is Scorpio energy. And it talks about somebody who possesses, there's a self-possessedness. There's a knowingness of one's emotional state, and being comfortable and mature with expressing emotion, that they might not always express emotion, but when they do, it's very articulate. It's very accessible. This is someone who is emotionally available, but in the reverse, emotionally unavailable, not able to express, not able to articulate, not able to connect as much as they might want to. And the card, wow. So I gotta tell you, the card came out in reverse, King of Pentacles, but when I picked it up, I like slid my hand across and it flipped out of my hand. and flipped in the upright. So I'm taking it in the upright. It just, I don't know how it did that, but it's kind of incredible. King of Pentacles in the upright. Two kings here, right? At odds, two powerful energies kind of at odds with one another. Not necessarily emotionally available at this time, but in a space to give, having a sense of abundance and wanting to share that abundance with others. You see how the reason I know that is because number one, the hand is full and extended, and where this pentacle is that would normally be hidden behind his cloak, he's opened his cloak to show it to you, to offer it to you. King of Pentacles is somebody, earth energy. I associate this with Capricorn. Somebody who knows their value and knows what they have to offer. Very mature energy, very stable. Very stable. So let's get some clarifiers for the Strength card. Ace of Pentacles. Wanting to, oh, I just heard the phrase set things right. Don't know what that's about. Wanting to set things right. Perhaps on your own path, like if we've strayed from our life's blueprint, if we've strayed from the path that we knew was meant for us, but fell victim to, and not to say you're a victim, but just an expression, fell victim to the societal pressures that now we want to plant fruitful seeds in a place where we know we can harvest that will benefit us, thereby setting things right in our own life. Can I have a clarifier for the King of Cups? Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful. Yeah. This is planting a seed. This is the harvest. Nine of Pentacles they call the pre-Empress energy. Empress being the number 3 in the major arcana, which is Taurus. Empress is the power of all 4 queens and is the master attractor. It's somebody who vibrates at a very high frequency and can attract just goodness and abundance and love towards them. And when we're in pre-Empress energy, that's us having kind of done the work and earned and we've kind of reaped the rewards. So we've planted and kind of, tilled the soil and planted the seeds and watered it and waited and, took out the weeds and, whatever garden metaphors, garden imagery you want to have in there, and done the hard work and put in the time and patience. And now, trying our best to reap the benefits of that, right? It's clarifying, though, the King of Cups in the reverse. So it kind of tells me that you may not want to, it's like I have so much to share with somebody, but I don't, thank you, Spirit. I have so much that I want to share, but I don't know how. I don't know how to approach it. I don't know how to make an offer, is what Spirit just said. King of Cups in reverse. Right? Because this would have made more sense if it was this energy, right? So now what I'm seeing is that these two kings are not, these are two kings are two different people. Because it's like under the surface, this King of Cups wants to offer, wants to give love, wants to share a livelihood with this King of Pentacles, who also wants to share. But because this is clarifying this card, it's like, I can't express that. I don't feel safe. I'm trying to feel safe, because I read this King of Cups as you, Sagittarius. And this is an outside party. Can I get a clarifier on the King of Pentacles? The Magician. They've manifested you. They've, look, 1-1. That's beautiful. It's almost like, if is this you and is this your counterpart? Take it as it resonates, right? I have so much to give. Gold itself, or whatever that golden sphere is, and maybe you're just feeling like a deep chasm, which is not to say you're empty. It's just to say that, you know, we do not exist in voids, right? It's a vacuum. Space is a vacuum, and it's going to be filled. It's going to be filled. But what is it filled with right now? This person, this King of Pentacles, has been manifesting you, right? And here you are trying to plant those seeds. You're trying to kind of meet them where they are, because I see these images as very similar, right? With the tree and the branches and the roots here. But it's difficult. We're trying to tame our ego. We're trying to get control over those fear mechanisms, those traumas. I'm going to ask for a card of advice. I didn't ask for that in any of the other readings, but what's your card of advice, please, Spirit? What's your word of advice? Ace of Wands. Accept this brand new beginning. The phoenix rising from the ashes, that there may be something that has come to a close, but Spirit wants to, it's like whoever this is in your life, it's like they're a blessing. Accept the blessing, right? Here's another hand outstretched. Aces bring new from Spirit, but they're only potentials. So it's the sense that Spirit is standing right in front of you, and as this person, perhaps. And are you in the position to receive? Spirit is encouraging it, or encouraging a brand new beginning at the very least. I'm going to read from the book. First, I'm going to read Ether, or the Void, and then I'm going to read the Sun. XLII. The Void. Liminal, darkness, destiny. The void is a mystical riddle in and of itself. It cannot be understood by means of alchemy, chemistry, science, or spirituality. It astounds the most adept seeker and humbles the philosopher. From the depths of nothingness, all feelings and possibilities are birthed. Behind the curtain of our material world, the power of eternal spaciousness is at work. This card may appear at a time when something has been released, a relationship, a possession, a title. But the void is much bigger than any worldly entity. When an alchemist approaches the void, destiny shifts in the darkness. Like magnets, you are drawn to it as it is drawn towards you. Meditation is critical at this time. Just sit and breathe. Surrender to the vastness. There is an electricity between you and the void that is sacred and timeless. From its center, everything is born. It's beautiful. It's intimidating, just like the sun is, but so beautiful. So I'm going to read number 1, the sun. Expression, vitality, identity. Each morning the sun graces the night sky, summoning the dawn. Such is the energy of the sun card. With its arrival is an activation and a presence of vitality, of new beginnings. It is said that the sun is linked to the hero archetype and the yang dynamic in Chinese alchemy. Through the sun's radiance, we are inclined to see ourselves fully and establish a sense of who we are. We gain confidence and clearer vision. In its light, we are assured that we too have an important role in the world. Associated with masculine dynamics, the Sun card certainly carries a risk if not kept in check. Remember, the sun never actually sets. It's the earth that pivots away. Assess whether it's time for you to awaken more fully or turn away and rest. Sunburn humbles us all. So this is what's happening right now. Are you going to face this or turn away? That's for you to decide. That's your reading, Sagittarius. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Sag.